Okay, today we're going to practice how to multiply decimals. So when I'm multiplying decimals, I want to follow certain rules and steps. So if I have the problem 32 and 72 hundredths times 5 and 7 tenths, I need to first rewrite this lining up the numbers vertically. I'm going to line up the last digit of the problem and not the decimal point when I do this. So when I write my 32 and 72 hundredths times 5.7, again, I'm going to line my end numbers up. I'm not going to worry about lining up the decimals. From here, I'm going to pretend like the decimals aren't there and just multiply as I normally would with whole numbers. So 7 times 2 is 14, so I write down the 4, carry the 1. 7 times 7 is 49, plus 1 is 50, so I write down a 0, I carry the 5. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 5 is 19, so I write down the 9 and I carry the 1. 7 times 3 plus 1 is 22. Since there's nothing to carry over, I'm just going to write the 22 down at the bottom. Now you need to start multiplying with the 5. Since the 5 is in the tens place, I want my first number to start in the tens place. So I'm going to add this 0 here to kind of be a placeholder. So 5 times 2 is going to equal 10, so I write down the 0 and I carry the 1. I'm going to cross out the 1 from the last time just so I can keep track of which numbers I'm carrying. So I'm going to get rid of all these numbers actually. So now I have 5 times 7 plus 1 is 36. So I write down the 6, carry the 3. 5 times 2 plus 3 is 13. So I write down the 3 and I carry a 1. 5 times 3 plus 1 is going to be 16. It's really important that all of your numbers are stacking up and lining up directly on top of each other so you can keep track of what goes where when you're adding the numbers together. My last step is now to add my digits together. So 4 plus 0, 4, 0 plus 0, 0. 9 plus 6 is going to be 15. Write down the 5, carry the 1. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is going to give me 6. 2 plus 6 is 8. 1 plus nothing is 1. From here, I need to look at how many decimal places I had in my problem. I have 2 decimals in my first number, and I have 1 in my second number. So I have 3 decimal places all together in my problem. So I need 3 decimal places in my answer because that's how many total decimal places there were in the top. So I'm going to count over. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, and my decimal point. It's kind of hard to see because it's kind of being blocked down there by the screen sharing button, but I would have 186 and 504,000. So my decimal point is going to go over 3 places and it's going to go right in between the 6 and the 5. So that's how you would multiply with decimals.